YouTube, how are we? We're back. We're very big. Every time I fucking see you, you're fucking always bigger.
I think this is the first time in off season though. Last time was prep, was it? Yeah, last time I was like 7 weeks out. We were both on prep.
We were. Ultraflex Rotherham, weren't we? We were in Ultraflex Durham. I said to Keith, what do you want to train? He was like, I'll just change it around. He's such an easy guy. I was like, yeah, I've got push today. What, chest focus? Yeah, sound easy. He's just the easiest guy when it comes to changing his routine. He'll just do anything. He's a man. Whereas me, if someone's like, oh, you want to train chest today? I'm like, fuck, I'll go out tomorrow. No, we can't do that. We have to do something else. He's just a man. He'll train legs afterwards. So I messaged him earlier. So you're training chest this morning? He's like, no, that's from weeks ago. I was like, you sure? And I said off camera, he's the type of person, he'll come train chest in the morning and he'll finish it in the afternoon and still be alright.
We can do that, yeah.
We come back for legs later.
Finish on some quads or something, yeah?
Yeah, we'll just do a 5-plate squat, back squat, and just...
Yeah, we've got everything here, so we might as well. Yeah.
So we're gonna freestyle this. I said to you, what do you want to do? He was like, I'll do anything. So I was like, we'll just pick an exercise each, but I'll let you pick the exercise first.
Okay. Well, pec deck.
Pec deck.
Prime pec deck.
Prime pec deck.
Let's do it.
No bands, just...
We'll just go straight into work.
Yeah. Straight into work. Just straight on the stack, knowing you.
I was actually quite surprised when you said you were going to get here after 2:30 because I was like, fuck, we're not going to get to start training until about 4.
Why?
Because you normally spend about an hour warming up.
Yeah, that's about fucking right.
I would usually jump on a press first.
Yeah.
That's always been my kind of thing, but I always notice whenever I jump on a press and do this maybe 3rd, 4th, half of the stack, like max. Cool. And I'll get to like 7, 8 reps and just die. When I hit the side chest shot, it's my side delts and my chest just never, it's just flat. When I hit a front double bicep, my chest disappears. But I know that that's mainly down to me focusing on just coming in and moving load, just moving weight. So now putting an emphasis on things like a Smith machine press, things like a pec deck. Don't get me wrong, free weighted movements, I'll still come in and just like literally send them, but on most things like flies and pressing machines, my focus is mainly spending that time when short and just blowing my chest up as much as possible. I've never got an issue with like range of motion or anything, but it's just not spending enough time actually placing a lot of blood in that area.
Is this why you're putting this first now in sessions? Yeah. I've actually found, even myself, putting a pec deck, like I've struggled to connect my chest a lot. Just putting a pec deck before that, yeah, it's taken away a little bit of my actual pressing strength, but I'm actually using my chest a lot more. And if I'm using my chest on those bigger movements, I think it's going to respond, or hopefully it's going to respond better, because my area, my chest is my main area that I need to focus on. Or I use too much sunbeds and then you start fucking doing the set and all of a sudden I'm fucking blown up.
Do you find on high rep sets you struggle to breathe?
Yeah.
I think it's because you try and speed the tempo up. Yeah. Naturally, anybody would speed the tempo up on a higher rep set because you want to get them first few reps out of the way.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you've done 8 reps and you've not even took 1 breath.
And as well as that, when you're standing in front of me, what I don't want to do is go and spit in your face. I've done that before, spat in someone's face. And I know it's landed on their lip and I know that they know that's happened. And
it's like they don't want to say anything.
And then and afterwards, when they finish the set, they turn around and go, I think, sorry mate, I fucking spat on you. We just had that emotional connection, you know? With my sporting background, my change in direction is really good. So when I'm out here, I can move. But when it comes to actually shortening, I'm not like aggressive like you. Like you move that very easy. I'm very slow. So I try to be, but I just don't think, like, I'm 74 kilos right now. Don't know how much that is in pounds, like 160 60 something pounds. I notice I haven't got that oomph behind me. When I get like 180 up to 80 kilos, I've got a bit more oomph. I can move weight a little bit quicker.
See what like your hinges.
Yeah.
Right, because obviously I've seen a lot of your stuff recently, and there's been like, you've had like multiple times where you've not thought you could perform a hinge. Do you feel like you're trying to find that one perfect hinge that is...
Yeah, and Wick was telling me, just pull off the fucking floor. I spoke to AJ when I was at Ultraflex as well. He's like, just move the weight, and if it's moving, you'll grow. If you're getting stronger, you're gonna grow, regardless of it being a perfect stiff leg or a perfect deadlift. So I'm trying to do a deadlift, but my hips are too high, or I'm not doing it perfectly. But then, you know, we even discussed you, like, do I think your 300 kilo deadlift is perfect? No, you know that, you know, but it's 300 fucking kilos. Not many people in here can do that.
What I find is, when I do 1, 2, 3, 4 plates, it's probably a perfect conventional deadlift. See the second I put 5 plates on, it's more like an RDL deadlift.
Yeah.
And I know that.
Yeah.
So that's why I was kind of thinking, like, it's similar to you when you're getting heavier. You're finding maybe your hips are shooting up first.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that it's not working. It just means that's what your technique's going to be like. And I think a lot of people as well also get things mixed up. Like, people look for like a straight out your spine and no back flexion whatsoever. People think the second you get back flexion, that's it, your back's round and the job's fucked. But back flexion's not actually a bad thing. It's like, that is just your general flexion throughout your spine that you're going to have throughout a pull, and that doesn't mean that you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position. It just means that's your way of pulling.
And then what's happening there is I'm getting frustrated because it's not perfect, and it's like the first exercise, deadlift, and the rest of the session's fucked. I'm like, fuck this, is going to be a shit session.
Yeah.
So I just need to get happy with just moving a bit of weight, having a bit of fun with it, and getting strong like that. Because there's only been a handful of times that I've done a 200 kilo RDL before.
Yeah.
I've never pulled anything more than that. Yeah. And I just need, was my 200 kilo RDL perfect? No, it was very average. It was more like a Dorian deadlift, if anything. But it's just moving weight, you know? And even for yourself, you know, why does your back look like the way it does? Because you do the hard shit, you know, and it's not pretty, it's just fucking moving it.
Fast life, the fast living. They see the ambition, they know I'm past driven. Look, we are not the same, this is not a game.
And my attention to sometimes music is, I don't like listening to, I can't listen to a full song. Right. It has to be like a mixtape of like 30 seconds of like a song goes into another one.
Right, yeah.
That's what I really like. So sometimes I do, it depends what sort of mood I'm in. But if I'm honest with you, I don't really like the music in the background. I could train in quiet, I like peace and quiet. Like I found over the years that instead of me going into stuff and going screaming and shouting, sometimes I have to be like, kind of keep that internal sort of anger inside of me for the set. Because I think I waste so much fucking energy screaming and shouting. Sometimes I need a quiet sort of music to kind of get me into like, you know, you're like emotionally sort of angry, frustrated, it kind of brings like a different side out to me. So he shared that once, and I listened to it on like the big stuff that I do. Yeah, rather than something. No?
If you wrap around your wrist once, the last time over your hand, to the point where there's no movement, that's support on the wrist, because that's helping stabilise. Whereas when you see just normal straps around the wrist, then you can go like that. Do you know what I mean?
Still
so like it's gonna obviously require you to probably take them off after each set, but now there's support.
See? You learn something new. Don't be content.
I've been swerving through the city in and out of lanes. Yeah, cause if I see it, then I want it, then you better know I got it. Ain't no options, I'm about to do the damn thing. I'm an outlaw, you can never catch me. I'm in first place, you can never.
I think at my point in my journey, I've been training, 8 years now, and my chest is still shit, so I think I need to look at other avenues to maybe bring on my chest, as well as obviously getting stronger. Like, I need to be pressing more than what I did. I need to be doing the stuff that you're doing to see if I can still build more of a chest. I know that, but these little things, especially deeper into your training, I think aren't too bad. If you're doing that and you've trained for a year, that's an issue in my problem.
Definitely the difference is taking on board that a lot of people are not learning how to train hard first. Which is, personally, I would say that's an issue with the industry now. For beginners coming into it, there's too much information out there. Like, if there was a time where all the new stuff that's out there now was in like one folder, and you only got access to that folder once you had trained for 8-10 years.
Yeah.
Then you get access to the smarter stuff. But to begin, learn how to fucking use one of these.
Yeah.
Learn how to use them. Learn to develop like the actual skill of being able to come in and know that 2 sets on a movement is enough. Because a lot of people come in and think, oh, I only need 1-2 sets. But you'll ask to see their 1 or 2 sets and you'll think, fucking hell, like you could have done about 10 sets there. Like. Yeah.
Fluffy stuff.
It's because
it has a time and place. You see the pec flies with the cuffs, the D handles. We spoke to Keith, and Keith isn't someone who does that sort of stuff quite often. He's very much barbell free weights, which I think is a very good skill very early into your training that you need to take advantage of. I think the industry nowadays is cuffs, D handles. Like I said, they have a time and place, but don't forget the fundamental basic, the skill element of a barbell, a skill element of dumbbell, and how far that can take you in your early years of training. I've been training 8 years. I start incorporating these fluffy sort of stuff now because some of the things that I've worked upon for those years don't necessarily work for me. But don't start off with the fluffy stuff. Get good at the hard stuff first, then progress to that over time. Just get the extra bit of volume. I was doing fuck all then. Oh, I appreciate. I know it's short notice. So I appreciate you coming along and filming the old content as well. I only told Keith just before we arrived. Oh, by the way, during the fuck. Oh, by the way, we're filming. So I
got here and I was like, big man asked me, are you filming? I was like, nah. Like, nah. Well, then that was it. 5 minutes later, mic was on.
I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope, Keith, do you ever watch any videos that you're featured in? Do you watch them back? So will you watch this video?
I'll probably watch like 5 minutes.
I cringe when I watch myself and go, is that me? Fucking hell. But I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, comment down below. Comment down below, play if you watch the whole thing. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.